go anywhere else. So there is no question of listening to anybody at any time. Whether you are listening to your teacher or a spiritual teacher, enlightened man, or your girlfriend, or your neighbor, you are not listening to anybody at any time. The listening is only for the purpose of changing things. Otherwise, no listening. To change what? To change your relationship, to change your self into something else, to better yourself. Otherwise, there is no point in listening. No communication is possible on any level with anybody. So you are all the time communicating to yourself. If that communication is going on, you have a dialogue with yourself. You want that dialogue to go on. So your problem is how to fit every other thing into that dialogue. So don't ask me why am I talking. I am telling you all the time. You see that nothing will ever come out of this conversation, discussion at all. See that it cannot but do that. You see that the survival mechanism there, it has to do that. You have no other way out of that. That's the unfortunate situation. You see, it survives only that way. You see, if the dialogue there inside of you comes to an end, that's the end of you as you know yourself, as you experience yourself. So that is something which you see that movement is not interested in. It has to know, it has to work, it has to change, it has to do something about it. You see, demand more and more and more and more. See, the reference point. That is why I say you have not moved away from whatever your upbringing was, background was. Whether you are a Catholic or a Protestant, that's all that you are, that you will remain always, no matter what you do. Cover it up, change it, replace it. Basically, you see, you are a Protestant or a Catholic or a Hindu, or it doesn't matter what it is. You see, that is the reference point you have. That has not helped you, so you are looking here, there, everywhere.
Usually, do that has to be our aim, our goal, to be finished with I?
No, that you cannot. That cannot be your goal. That is like demanding suicide.
No, but do it have to be the goal of human beings?
That is something, no. We are not concerned about the human beings in general. Yourself is important. You see, that person, your neighbor, is no different from you. You see, so we don't talk of humanity, mankind, people in general at all. You see, if your problem is no different from the problems of others.
No,
basically the same. So what is your goal? What is your goal? What is your goal? Tell me.
There are a lot of goals.
No, all of the variations are the same. There is one goal. You see, there is one thing that everybody wants. You are no exception. Nobody in this world is an exception, whether it is a communist or a Catholic or a follower of this guru, that guru, you see, or an atheist. One thing everybody wants, and that is happiness without one moment of unhappiness. What will give you happiness? Today, certain things give you happiness. Tomorrow, you see, your demands will be different. What you demanded 5 years ago will be different, you see, when you are older. But basically, the demand is there. So what do you want? What will give you happiness? Permanent happiness does not exist. You see? Huh? So that is just not possible. And the other thing is pleasure without pain. You want pleasure. I am not saying anything against this. No matter who condemns pleasure, it is of no importance. You see, pleasure without pain, that is what everybody wants in the world. Whether he is a Russian or an Englishman, American, or a theist, Catholic, it doesn't matter. That is what everybody is after. It is just not possible. So all the other things, your spiritual goals, are the ultimate pleasure. You know you have not succeeded in having pleasure without pain. You have not succeeded in this, being happy all the time, so you are interested in that. You see, if I had that, see, I will be permanently happy. I will be, you see, having only pleasure without pain. So your God, your enlightenment, no matter what you are interested in, is the ultimate pleasure. That is what they are selling, you see, in the market. The product of all products. But if you try it, you will find out, you see, that it's all sham nonsense. You see, it's not going to work. You see? So that is just not possible. Not possible. The body cannot take that at all. It's not interested. The vibrations or sensations of pleasure and pain, the body cannot take it because it destroys the sensitivity. It has to survive. Your survival depends upon a totally unrelated thing. Body's survival is all that it is interested in. Its survival depends upon throwing away every form of pleasure, every form of pain, every form of human values that you see are imposed upon you. See, it is not interested in that. It is not interested in your bliss. It is not interested in your ecstasy. It is not interested in anything. Those are all the interests of the structure that is put in there. So the only way it can survive is only to demand more and more and more and more and more. There is no end to it, you see. So you have been fed on this idea that the goal is important. The goal has to go. Your problem is not selfishness. Your problem is not unhappiness. What will give me happiness? That's all you are interested in. See? There is no such thing as happiness. People ask me, you must be always happy, eternally happy, permanently happy. I really don't know what happiness is like. So I can never be unhappy. Never. So you are happy when you get what you want. You can't get everything you want all the time. It doesn't depend upon you. So how are you going to solve this problem? Tell me. What do you want? You see, you want so many things at the same time. That is the variation of the same want. So you are not doing anything to get what you want. You are just thinking about it, you see. Thinking implies you need some ideas. You have to go here, there, everywhere. He sells you ideas. He seduces you, a very clever, cunning, crafty bastards who are in the spiritual business. They are all seducing you, offering you ideas. But they don't work. They give you hope. One day, see, through this, doing more and more and more, you will achieve your goal. Because that structure that has come into being there, has come into being in time. It has taken so many years for you to be what you are. So many years it has taken to be what you are. So you cannot think of achieving anything except, you see, in the course of time. Tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, the next life, you are going to be happy forever. I'm not talking of the abstract time and all that kind of a thing. You see, that's the only way it functions. It does not know of anything else. So that works in understanding, you see, a mechanical thing like this. By repetitive process, you learn how to handle, manage, and create these things. You see? But life is something living. Every moment is different. You cannot be prepared to deal with the problems of life all the time. You want to be prepared. You want to be prepared to meet every situation in life. It is just not possible. There is always one unknown factor in the picture. You cannot be prepared all the time to face all the situations in your life every time. You see, it's just not possible. Try, do what you like. So you are not doing anything. What you are doing is only thinking. To continue this thinking, you have to gather ideas from some people, concepts from people. If they don't work, you go to somebody else, and somebody else, it goes on and on and on and on. So you learn a new language, and you begin to look at things, you see, through this new language. Experience things through this new language. So you have new gloss, new colored spectacles, fancy spectacles. Change that, see. So you begin to look at the things and feel that you are looking at things in a different way. You know. So what is the goal? What do you want? Tell me. All the wants are the variations of the same want. One want.
I do not know.
All of them are the same.
You say it.
All of them are the same want to receive.
And is it worth that I believe you? Is it worth that I believe you? You say to me, all what you want is of the same, a variation of the same want.
No.
Do I have to believe
If you
or
believe,
do I have to see
you
what
believe,
one wants?
you believe me because you believed in Jesus, you believed in all the other teachers. Otherwise, you can't believe this. See, this is not true as far as you are concerned.
What is not true?
You see that my statement, you are just repeating that statement. That's all that you can do. I can say that there is nothing to understand. You can't say that there is nothing to understand because you still think that there is somehow that you can understand what I am trying to put across. If there is nothing to understand, is a fact, is a reality in your life, you see that's the end, you would get up and walk out. Never will you go and listen to anybody in the world. Never will you read any book that tells you do this, better yourself, improve yourself, change yourself into something else. Never will you do that. So you want change all the time. So go somewhere else. There is a market there. They are selling so many things. Go anywhere you like. Good luck to you. If they are selling you and telling you that you see, we have the solutions for your problems, good luck. I'm not going to add, you are not going to get it. You will find out. You will find out yourself that it's not going to work. So all the energy you put into that, you see, the struggle, if that is released, living is very, very simple. The problems of life is not really your problems. The solutions that those people have offered are really not the solutions. If they were the solutions, there wouldn't be any problems. So you are only looking for solutions, dealing with solutions, but what is the problem? There is I don't see any problem. You see, if you can't live with somebody, you are only thinking of how to live with that somebody. As long as you are looking for how, no matter who tells you this is how, you cannot live with somebody else. Either on your terms or on his terms. So, it's a gratification. What do you give out of this? You see? Otherwise, there is no relationship there. A gratification. If that is denied it, that's the end of it. See, the lovey-dovey talk goes out of the window. What you love most, you see, is finished. You see, you hate it. If you may not hate, you see, you will have apathy. Changes, the whole thing changes. So what do? I'm not here to help you, to teach you, or to save you, or do anything. We find ourselves in this very unfortunate situation. You are all used to it, listening to all this crap, day in and day out, day after day, reading books, all that. What is your goal? To get rich? Fine. You have to work hard. Everybody else wants to be rich. There is going to be fight, struggle. Huh? So you invent a thing called the spiritual thing. But what is so spiritual about it? Your goal is a materialistic goal. You don't seem to understand that. Your prayer is you go to a church and pray. What do you want? It's economics. How can that be spiritual? I want to know. What makes you think that the God is on your side? If the God demands your prayers, He's a phony God. It's your own invention. How can God, bless a man, reward a person who prays to him and denies that to somebody who does not pray to God? What for? Huh? All loving, all merciful God, how can He do this kind of a thing to you? So you want this for yourself. Huh? You ate potatoes? Fried potatoes?
Yes.
Good.
Lots of Irish coffee.
It's more interesting than coming here and talking. Something potatoes. This is how I change, no serious, nothing. That was. But come on, let's get this business out of the way. It is too silly to sit and discuss this.
Yeah, that room is too small, that's why I'm thinking.
No, if this is not large enough, we have to rent a place there and go there. That's too much.
You think it's good? You think it's good?
What?
Discuss these things with everybody else.
Which is, I don't care. You seem to love these discussions. I don't care. Nothing will ever come out of this. And then don't ask me why you are discussing. You are here, you are asking these questions. If you are not here, I watch Crosby show or some Cagney and Nancy or some other show. See, don't tell me why you are watching television. Why should I not watch television? Why do you want to fit me into a spiritual role? I am not a spiritual teacher. I am not a religious man.
Yes, why are you watching?
Why not?
Well, because it makes you unconscious.
What unconscious? What unconscious?
Well, no.
You see, you want,
It's a kind of
you have problems, I don't have any problems.
I am.
You can't live with somebody, you are not happy, you don't have these things you want. You have so many problems, you are thinking about so many things, you want so many things. I have none of those wants except my basic needs, food, clothing and shelter. So whether I entertain myself with that there, if it is not there, I don't see that for years and years sometimes. You see, if it is there, I watch television. What more is there for me than to watch the television that is there in front of me? You have so many other things to think about. I have nothing to think about. So whatever is there, I watch. You have to go and take a walk, you see, in the nature, wood, and enjoy the nature, watch the sunset, you see, sunrises and clouds. What for? Go to a museum and look at the pictures. Why should I go there? What for?
So meditation.
Huh? Education. Yes. They have all paid to educate me. Neither the spiritual teachers nor the secular teachers helped me to learn anything. So maybe I learned the language from somebody. Even that not so well. Come on, don't be so serious, Mr. You created this situation for me, so you have to help me to handle this.
Watch him for
What? Come on over here.
What are you doing? You said that we create a situation.
Yes,
What
yes.
create a situation?
I can walk out. You see, you think that I am uncivilized.
What?
I can walk out, just walk out. You see.
Oh, yes.
Hell with you all, go there, get lost. I can say that. I'm not a civilized person, polite man. I don't believe in Victorian
I
manners.
still love you, Yogi. And that's an illusion, I know, but I like it.
But
The illusion. I said, well,
Can you
I still love you.
no, that's a
So
different
that's
matter.
an illusion.
That's all. Can you be
But
without?
I love the illusion.
No, I'm not saying that. You see, can you be without any illusion?
Oh, no.
No, you
No.
don't want to be. You don't want to be free from illusions.
No, I don't
Right,
want
just right with me. You see, accept that. You always replace one illusion
Yes.
with a. You see, it is not in your interest to see that the illusion comes to an end. for good without replacing one illusion with another illusion. To be free from fear. You are not interested in freeing yourself from fear. Go to somebody, therapist, you see, do something, watch, observe, you see, be aware of your fear, and all those games you can play. But you see, it is the fear does not want to come to an end. You see, it is not in the interest of you to see that the fear comes to an end. You are doing everything possible to keep it alive. Alive.
That's what I found
Yes.
out this year.
You haven't found out a thing. Huh?
Can you say some more about that?
About what?
About this fear?
Are you frightened of anything?
Oh, yes.
No. You see, there,
I thought I...
listen.
Yeah.
You are all used to this kind of discussions and dialogues, conversations. You see, this is not an academic discussion. You see, you are not angry, so there is no point. Is there anger now? Is there fear now?
At this very moment?
No.
No, at this very
So
moment.
what do you want?
Well,
Why do you
I'm not
want-
aware of it anyway.
No, you can never be aware of fear anyway. You can't look at the sun.
I am sometimes, I think.
No, what you call fear, but not fear. See, if you look at the sun, you see your eyes will be burned. So in exactly the same way, you see, you cannot look at fear. Fear is something living, burning.
But it seems that if I, as if I feel it.
No, not fear. What you feel is a thought about fear. You see, you make this very cunning, subtle distinction and tell yourself and kid yourself that feelings are more important than, you see, the thoughts. Feelings are thoughts. Unless you tell yourself that you are happy, unhappy, that you are loving, that you are kind, that you are compassionate, that you are this, that or the other, you have no way of knowing what that particular thing is, what that particular
I
feeling
can
is.
understand that. But
You see, both are the same. You say, cause something a fear, but you are not dealing with fear. You are only dealing with how to be free from fear, what to do about the fear, and how you can be free from fear, whether this therapy will help you or that technique will help you. I am aware of fear. You see, all these phrases which you are using, but you are not dealing with fear at all. It is not possible for you to deal.
I understand that, I think, but what about...
So anything we discuss here or anywhere has really no meaning. You see, when you are frightened of something, there is an action there. You see, your actions must be born out of this thinking. What is how to be free from fear? You want to learn something about it and act, you see, from that situation. But that is not the way the fear or all these feelings are operating in you.
But what about the physical symptoms when I feel...
Absorbed by the system, you feel it in the pit of your stomach, fear. So the body is handling that and it is finishing it. But you are talking about it, thinking about it, interested in how to be free from fear, what to do with fear next time, but not at this moment. The body it is there and it has solved the problem for it. And by thinking about it, trying to find out, you see, the answers for your questions, you are keeping it alive and making it difficult for the body to absorb. Anything that is happening there cannot be bad for the body. Anything that is happening cannot be bad for the body. Anger cannot be bad for the body. If there is an anger because of a certain situation in which you find yourself, it is finished. The body is handling that. It knows how to take care of it. So you don't know. You want to deal with it in a different way. Through your thinking, you want to solve your problem of any one of those things. Fear, anger, greed, jealousy, envy, God knows what. And that is always tomorrow and not now.
I think this year I also realized at one moment that I actually didn't want to lose my fears. But I don't understand why I don't want to get rid of it.
No,
because it bothers me, of
but
course.
you see, you see, you have to keep it going, keep it alive. Otherwise, if the fear comes to an end, you will drop dead there.
Is that so?
That is so.
So,
you see, the fear comes to an end and the clinical death takes place. Not this funny psychological romantic death died your yesterdays and all that guff and nonsense.
so that
If the thought stops there once, the physical death, clinical death takes place.
that means
That is not in the interest. You see, that knows that its survival depends upon the continuity of the body. It does not want the body to go through a process of clinical death. So the fear will never complete.
that means that something in me, although maybe not conscious, knows that when my fear ends, it will be disastrous for
You
me.
talk as if fear and you are two different things. Are they two different things? You are separating that fear from what? You tell me. You and fear, are they two different things?
I don't think so.
No, but you have to separate yourself from that fear. Otherwise, you can't think about it, you can't talk about it, you can't feel it, you can't do a thing about it.
I created
You see, by dividing itself, separating itself from whatever is happening, this dual moment is able to maintain its continuity. That's all that it is interested in.
I can't do anything
You
about
can't do a thing about it. You say that. You can't do a thing about it. That is not the situation in which you find yourself there. You still think that you can do something about it, and this fellow is crazy, he's taking some nonsense, he's all negative, he's all pessimistic, he's this, that and the other. You put these labels and go away. It's fine with me. But the problem remains the same. The problem is that you do not think that there is nothing that you can do.
That's right.
You still
Well, I
think
take it
that
with
there
my
is
mind.
something
Yeah.
you can do about it, or somebody somewhere you see in this world who can help you. You see the hope, or whatever you want to call it. Huh? The hope somehow that you will be able to resolve this problem for yourself, if that is not possible, with the help of somebody else. So you can't say that there is nothing that I can do about it. You are still doing a lot about it. And you will continue to do it. They enjoy that, go there. If not that fear, some other fear, yes, the fear of losing what you have. That's the most important thing, the fear of losing what you have. What do you have? All these fears are related to something. It's not the physical fear. You see, the physical fear, you look at something, you step back, you stand up. The other fears, what you call in fancy terms, the psychological fears. The fear of losing. What do you have there? What do you have to lose there? What is there? Nothing to lose there, except the fear itself. That you don't want to. The fear is related to something. The fear of losing what you have, the fear of not getting what you want.
You have to know who you are.
Who you are, you see. That's what I'm saying. The fear of losing what you have and what you are, in whichever way you put it and whatever way you put it, it's the same. So there is no point in discussing fear, discussing all the other things you are interested in. They're all academic, philosophical discussions, you see. But when there is a real test, when there is a real confrontation, all this is not going to come to your aid and help. The real situation, you see, where an action is necessary to survive in that situation. All this thinking, all that you have heard, all that you have experienced, all that you have learned is not going to come to your help and your aid. It has to depend upon its own resources, its own intelligence, and it will survive.
And then is there finally any hope that the fear will end all by itself?
Do you
in
really?
spite of all
No,
my...
why should the fear come to an end? You tell me.
Because it bothers.
What is it?
It doesn't feel nice, of course.
You have never...
Experience how it is without fear.
Yeah, no.
But I think it will be nice.
It is related to something. It is 10 different things it is related, you see. Perfect relationship, ideal relationship, you see, peaceful state of mind, And now you see enlightenment, God knows what you are in fear of not getting enlightenment. Well, what will you do with enlightenment? Set up a business. That's all you can do. What will you do with enlightenment? It has no use for you. It will have no use for mankind. An enlightened man is more a menace than a Hitler or a Stalin. They have done it, you see, the history, it's not my opinion. More people have been killed, massacred, butchered, women, children, you see, by Christians. And Hindus now they are killing, the Japanese, the Buddhists, Muslims. And yet you think that is a solution for your problems? It's not my opinion. How many millions of people have been massacred? Love thy neighbor as thyself. You may say that the followers are responsible, but not the teacher. The teacher himself is responsible when he said, I am the way, I am the truth, I am the life, and through me you will reach the eternal Father. He laid the foundation for massacre. Worse than the communism, worse than fascism, worse than any other system. That is why they killed the people. He never told you, you are the way, you are the truth, you are the life. You don't need me. He didn't say that, I am the way, I am the truth, I am the life, and through me you will reach the eternal Father. He laid the foundation for the massacre of millions and millions of people. And you still worship and admire that man? And still they are ready to kill millions of people? Those who do not believe in God, they never killed any people. The communists are killing because of their political ideology, their system of government, not because they are atheists. Those who believe in God, you see, kill people. You know, that is history. You will kill people in the name of your belief. Belief divides you. Belief is not something extraordinary. I believe, you don't believe. So we are divided. There is bound to be a war. There is a war inside of you. So there isn't going to be any peaceful world. The war is between two.
Didn't you use any help from somebody or something?
Here, that help is not of any use to you.
No, but
No.
it's a question to you. Because I understand that most of the things are in yourself. And I can't imagine that you have your wisdom reached without any help.
I stumbled into it, that's all. Every help that was offered to me was an obstacle. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. So something wrong somewhere. It can't be wrong with you all the time. How can it be wrong with you? Maybe that is phony. It has to work.
So we create our own obstacles by trying to get rid of and to free ourselves from our problems.
What do you want to be free from? What is I don't see any problem there. How come you see problems? I see only solutions there. You see, you are only concerned about how to live. As long as you are bothered about how to live, there is no living there. It's just not possible to live. How to have a harmonious relationship, for example. Do you call that relationship? No. You are concerned about how I can live, how can I live. How, you see, you want to know. That's what we are
I just don't understand
saddled with.
why our existence is so miserable.
Because of the how. Because of the how. You see, because that doesn't fit in your life. It doesn't fit into that how. The human values, you see, are false. So you're all the time trying to see that you are, you see, an embodiment of those values. You see that they operate in your life. They don't, they are false.
Don't have them because everybody.
What you are left with is only the battle. You can't be free from this battle unless you are free from that. Not not the things that you are interested in freeing yourself from selfishness, from greed, from jealousy, from fear, from envy. But what they are telling you, this is how you can be free from and be selfless. That is false. You can't be false. Selfishness is part of this, you see. It is part of this. Otherwise, this cannot survive. But the moment you introduce this goal and place this goal of selflessness before you, this selfishness is magnified. You will continue to be selfish always. You will never be free from that because tomorrow you are going to be selfless. Until then, where is the tomorrow? Day after tomorrow? Until the end of your life and next life you will be selfless. Until then you will remain selfish. What is it that you are doing to be free from selfishness? You are not doing anything. You are wallowing in that, living in that, you see. Because you want to be selfless tomorrow. If that is knocked off, the selflessness, this selfishness will not become a problem to you. The fear that you will be more selfish than ever before, if you stop trying to be selfless, is the problem, not the selfishness. You see, then you have to cooperate. You see, like this body, the way it is functioning, every cell is selfish to its core. Its survival depends upon the survival of the cell next to it. You see, if that cell is destroyed, this also goes. So that's the basis on which the whole structure is operating in this world. But if you invent a thing called, you see, love, cooperation and all that kind of a thing, you will be more selfish than it is necessary for you to support. Then it becomes a simple thing. So selfishness is not the problem, greed is not the problem, jealousy is not the problem, envy is not the problem, and fear is not the problem, but how to be free from fear. That is really the problem. You are thinking about it, you see. So how can you be free from that? You can't be free from that. What you call you is a bundle of all those things. It is that has created you. You see, the culture, the society, or whatever you want to call it, has created you. It's not an abstract thing. Your parents, your teachers, the whole society around you has created you, what you call you, all these ideas, fancy ideas, how to live, how to be nice, how to be sentimental, how to be this, that, and how to be patriotic, how to be this, that, and the other. You see? So that is all that is there for its maintenance, for its continuity, for its survival. And so you are not, you see, you need that to survive, you need that to maintain your continuity. You need that dialogue there inside of you, the fight, the battle there inside of you. If the battle is not there, you feel that you are lost. You are not living. Battle is more important for you than living. So what do you do about it? I don't know why I'm talking. Not to help you. You are not going to be helped. Come on. It's 8:25. Where are you? Is it on?
It's on killing already.
Killing?
Liver.
You are recording Perry Mason for some kids. It's horrible. Why is it horrible? You want some stuff from India, and they want to watch all these things. They are in India. Why not?
On the one hand, you make us clear that we need all those goals. Then you make us clear that those goals are absolutely crazy as a goal.
What do you think?
Then you say,
No, what I say is not important. What do you think?
oh no, don't start again.
Hey, that is important. What you think, what you say, what you feel is more important than what I say or what anybody says. I tell you. This is your problem, it's not my problem. You have to solve this problem. You don't have the strength, you don't have the energy to deal with the problem because you are more interested in how to solve the problem and not the problem. What is the problem? I don't see any problem.
No, that's the saying. Yeah, don't do it again. I did it 2
What?
days ago. That was enough
What?
to say what's the problem and so on. That's good.
Go there and find out some angels and take a walk with them. And give some money to the Pentecostal people, or I don't know what they do. They need money. You sweat it out and then give them money. They will save you.
Well, the big problem is, to me, that we are certainly in a kind of illusion, in an illusion, more than one illusion. But when I step out of that illusion, I enter at the same time another illusion.
Yes.
How subtle or small, but it is an illusion. And I still stay in that field of illusions.
Why do you call it an illusion?
Because it is made of thought.
That's too much for me.
You thought it's ourselves.
That's too much.
We are like parrots, okay?
That's too much. That's too much. What, Mr. Ron? Come on, save me.
What?
How can I control the thinking that's the problem?
Huh?
Control the thought.
No, you see, but we have been brainwashed to believe that there are thoughts and that there is something that you can do to control thoughts. And by controlling thoughts, you will be able to act differently. So, you see, have you ever looked at thought? I say there are no thoughts there at all. You see, that is itself questionable. You see, the thoughts that you are talking about, can we control thoughts? They are thoughts. You talk as if there is some other thought or thoughts which you want to control for whatever reason you want to control. I say there is no other stuff there other than can we control thoughts. The assumption is that there are thoughts and that by controlling those thoughts your actions will be different. So that's all that I am saying. What all you have there is about thoughts and not thoughts. So there are no thoughts to control.
But it seems to me if the thoughts are going on and on.
Where are they? You are just repeating, that's all.
No,
Whatever you are saying, the thoughts are going on there. Other than that, are there any other thoughts other than what you are saying? Where? Tell me something about it. If you can find out, locate it, you don't have to control them at all. I haven't found any thoughts other than what I have been told, what I have learned, what I have experienced through that knowledge, but no thoughts other than about thoughts. What to do with thought, what is not thought, The feeling is not a thought, thought is a thought, that's all. You see, these are all, you see, the thoughts about thoughts. Hmm? And even that, you see, you are very mechanical. You don't even know what you are saying. There is no thinking even there. You'll be surprised. You say it's whatever is there, put in there, the computer is the one that is functioning there. You see, it gives you the illusion that there is somebody who is thinking thoughts, that there is somebody who is speaking, who is talking. But there is nobody there who is talking, there is just talking. Hmm? So the problem is there anybody who is thinking this? You say, let me think. You see, you give some time to the computer to come out with the right answer. You are not satisfied with what you are saying. So you stop. Let me think, let me say. These are all words. There is nobody, there is no thinking there. You see, it comes out. Whatever is there in the machine, automatically, it comes out with another answer, another answer, another answer. That's all there is to it. So there are no thoughts and there is no question of your controlling thoughts because they don't belong to you. You are using them. You are using them to produce certain actions of yours, so-called actions. See, they are the property of everybody. We are using them, just the way we are breathing to survive from the air. You are using those thoughts from the thought sphere to survive as an entity and to function as a separate entity. There is no individual there at all. There is no such a thing as your thoughts or my thoughts. That's the common property. From the common pool, we use them. If you don't use them, you have no way of experiencing yourself as an entity, let alone acting. So you have to use that. Just the way you use the food to survive, you have to use that knowledge that is given to us to experience yourself as an individual, as a person. So what I am saying is, without that you don't exist, you see. Without using that you don't have any experiences of your own. So what I am trying to say is that there is no such thing as a new experience at all. And that's why you are not acting. You know, you are reacting, but you are not acting at all. You are thinking about something totally unrelated to what is happening here. You are concerned about how to have a happy relationship with an individual. So, but that is not going to help you to deal with this problem. Sorry.
Yeah, you are always talking about relationships. It can also be a tool for your own life. It's not always.
Relationship is not necessarily with a person. Relationship with yourself and with the things around you. You see, you are
That's more important.
yes, you are not happy. For example, you are bored. You are this, that, and the other. All the time you are telling yourself. That's the thoughts he's talking about. And I should be that, I should be that, I should be that. You see? So, what you are is what you see there, what you feel there, what you think about yourself is the opposite of what you would like to be, what you ought to be, what you should be. That's the dialogue that is going on there. There are two things there. This is me. And I should be that. See, without that, what is this me? You don't know at all. You have no way of knowing anything about yourself. I am unhappy. You say, this unhappiness is the result of the happiness you would like to have. Otherwise, there is no such thing as unhappiness here. There is no such thing as boredom here. There is no such thing as restlessness here. You see restlessness here because you think that you should do something more interesting, more purposeful, more meaningful, then what is happening at this moment? You see, it is this that more meaningful, more purposeful, more interesting, more, whatever is more and more, that makes this, you see, unbearable. See, the boredom is there because you want to be free from boredom. Otherwise, there is no boredom there at all. You see, it's repetitive, it is bound to be boring. You see, the thoughts repeating again and again and again, goes on and on and on and on. That's its nature, it is bound to be bored. You see. So, there is nothing, she asked the question, how can I control my thoughts? By controlling them. You think you will be able to channel them in a different direction and achieve different results and you see function differently. That's all that you are doing. So there is no need for you to control those thoughts. They are going their own way. You have nothing to do with them. The moment you use them to achieve a result, to accomplish something, to attain something, you have created a problem there for you. So this does not produce the result you want, and so you want to control them and make them, you see, act in a different way. So all that is one movement, they say.
But whatever or whoever gave us the idea that we free ourselves from all those things. The idea is, it seems so natural.
No, that is also part of that. You see, the demand to be free from anything must go. Including I can say that it must go. You see, because it doesn't mean anything to you.
It is there, but where does it come from?
Why are you asking the question? Why? The question is part of that. Why you are asking the question?
I don't know.
You want to know. Listen.
Just
No, you see, why are they there? How you are asking the question? That means you want to know.
Yeah.
You see, you want to know. The problem with you is the know is you know a lot. All that you know has not helped you. This is all that I am saying.
Still I want to know
So you
more.
want to know more and more and more. So how do you think that all that you know comes to an end as long as you are adding something more? I'm not saying that it should come to an end. Huh? So that is the reason why you always ask the question, how, cause of this? That is not important, it is there. By knowing the origin or the cause of it is not going to help the situation anyway. You are adding more and more. I don't know, I am not at all interested in finding out the origin. If I say this is the origin, it does not in any way help the situation.
I just can't accept it. Just to, okay, that's it. That's the way it is. I can't accept it. I want to understand it. I want to find out. I want to know why and how and where and
That's the only way it can survive, it can maintain its continuity.
What is my interest in maintaining it?
To survive.
To survive.
Yes, to survive. Not you, not the physical thing. That movement and the knowledge that is there, it can survive only by demanding to know more and more and more. You forget that knowing all this has not helped you so far to solve the problems you are interested in solving. Knowing more and more about electronics, computer system, you can go on creating more and more. You see, but here, what all you know about it has not helped you to deal with these living problems. By knowing more and more, how do you think you will be able to? It's a hope, you see, that somebody may be, you see, the wise man, the wisest man, the enlightened man. So he knows, I don't know, you go there. Don't trust anybody who says, I know, you do not know. He does not know a damn thing.
I do not have any other means.
You don't have any other means.
That's
all.
to understand.
That has not helped you so far.
No.
You see.
But I have nothing else.
That's all. That is not intended for this at all. When once this dawns on you, that's the only instrument you have Don't talk of intuition, don't talk of, you see, another way of perceiving things, another way of looking things, another way of observing things. Don't talk of that stuff. That's the only instrument you have. The intellect is the only instrument you have, and that has not helped you to solve your problems.
And now what?
No, you have not come to that point.
No.
So if you, even if you say yes and repeat the sentence, so there is no other instrument.
Maybe there is, but
If you say there is, then you are in trouble. There is somebody there who will exploit you. You see, you don't have to take my word. So this is also another kind of an exploitation. It becomes you place your confidence in me. See, don't bother about that. You are not sure that that is the only instrument, because we have been told that there is an intuitive way, this way, understanding is, and all that kind of a thing. You have not come to the point that the intellect is not. We all say that intellect is not the thing. We replace it with the heart. You see, the feeling, the feel, all of them are the same. Feelings are no different from thoughts. So as far as you are concerned, you may put them, you see, on a different level, higher level, you see, some other level, and think that, you see, to feel is more important than to think, you see. But both are the same. Both are the one and the same. There is no difference. So that is not the instrument, and there is no other instrument. So you don't have to do it. Not frustrating. Then you don't have to do a thing about it. Not a thing. There is no problem there.
And then there is enlightenment.
Where is the enlightenment question? Who is talking of enlightenment? You can talk of enlightenment.
I mean, then there's no other instrument. So
You don't repeat it.
no, because I'm not on that point.
No.
Yes.
So you will repeat for the rest of your life my statement or somebody else's statement. That's what you have been doing all your life. And you will continue to do that. It is not something that you must find an answer for. It is not burning, you see, in you. You don't have hunger. You are satisfied with, you see, the crumbs that people throw at you. And then if you are not satisfied with the crumbs, you want a full loaf. And now you see you are not satisfied with the full loaf, a brown bread, ground bread, you see, wheat dough bread, you go on and on and on. You have different people in the market giving you that's how you are satisfied. You see, whatever happened to me is not that my hunger has been satisfied. It is no, nothing has satisfied this hunger. You see, as long as you are looking for, it burnt itself out, finished. Thirst without anything helping to quench the thirst, burnt itself out. That's all there is. Otherwise, there is no other way. See, it may sound as if
Why did it happen with
because
you and not with me?
nothing can satisfy the hunger. Nothing can. Nothing can quench your thirst. First of all, there is no thirst at all. You see, so you are thirsty, desperate. You are in a desert. I must have some water. Even if you die, it doesn't matter. Dehydration takes place, and that's the end of it. So that is the fear I am talking about. You see. So otherwise, you see, not that you find an answer or that you suddenly tell yourself that what happened to the demand to be free. I don't even see the demand to be free, even from the hunger. I don't even give opportunity for the hunger to tell that I am hungry. Just feed it every now and then. You see, and the body needs some energy. You see, whether you put sawdust in it or anything that is there, human flesh.
Why do you talk to people who are not really hungry?
I'm not interested in creating hunger in you. It's not my problem. How can I create hunger in you if you don't have? You are not sure. You think that I want to
It's
help you.
typical that you talk to people who are not really hungry and say, you go.
That's what I'm saying. But why you are sitting here day after day?
Because we think we are hungry.
Exactly. No, you think that I have the answers for your problem.
Yeah.
Too bad.
You do have them, but
No.
I don't understand them.
No.
That's why I keep on asking.
No, if you don't understand, you are not going to understand. There is nothing to understand, that's all that I am saying, and you want to understand.
Yeah.
Huh?
The only thing I can.
Yes, through
Not
understanding.
even that.
Through understanding, you have no way of solving your problems. Right, if somebody says that, you see, I have all the solutions.
I'm not completely. Well, part, and I think.
Your understanding is only for the purpose. Listen.
Not that. That's not. I'm sorry. You talk about the intellect, and the intellect is the only instrument we have.
Yes.
I think that's right. I feel it like
Yes.
right. So I can say, well, it's my signature under it. But
That intellect helps you.
We can
I can't
it's a
keep
kind
pace.
of instrument.
I cannot keep pace with you, so I have to go slowly. No, I'm not. You see, so
I'm joking.
no, I'm not joking. I'm not joking. True, I cannot follow you.
I'm
It's too much
sorry.
for me. Too much for me. So
So I try to do it slowly.
that intellect, you see, we go slowly. You see, that intellect will help me to understand the mechanics of a dead thing.
Okay.
That intellect, is an acquired thing. Intellect and intelligence are two different things.
Yes, to find the way to the station.
Intelligence, no, you don't even need intellect there. The dog sense, the dog knows.
Oh, I haven't.
I have the dog sense.
I haven't.
I rely upon my dog sense more than anything. You will be surprised how intelligent they are. Yeah.
Yes, they are.
Very
it's amazing.
intelligent. They are very intelligent. They are, you see, psychic. They have the clairvoyance, clairaudience, name it. You see, they have them all.
I know.
They have them all.
I
You know?
really admire them. Good, but that's not the point
No.
at the moment. But the intellect, we can do a lot with the intellect. Yes. We can make illusions. We can solve problems, small problems. Like
Yes.
with panels,
Mechanical problem.
Great mechanical problems.
That's
Yes.
all.
Okay, that's. I think that's a lot.
No, that's a lot
That's
of.
a lot.
Yeah, but that you are not satisfied with that.
But I don't say that I'm sad.
You are
I
now
say
you are
the
now.
intellect is a beautiful instrument.
That's all right. You see, you are using that
Yes.
to solve the problems of your living. Don't
Yes.
forget about life. You see, life we don't know anything, nobody knows. Living.
Yes.
Living has become a problem
That's it.
because you are trying to tackle with something living, with a thing which is dead. All ideas are dead.
Well, it's not completely my problem.
What is it? Help me.
So I bet it's useful for us to sit here and think, you say that you have answered your question.
I have not. I'm telling you that there is no use formulating these questions and throwing it to me because you already know the answers. You already have the answers. Otherwise, you won't have any questions at all. You assume so many things, and these questions are born out of the assumptions.
Yes.
Then it becomes a ritual
I
here,
agree.
question and
But
answer.
so the intellect,
When you say to me that it's enough for you to watch television because there's no...
Because they are all the time asking me, see, they want to fit me into a framework of a religious man, enlightened man. His behavior patterns are quite different. He can't watch the television. He can't go and watch, you see, the shops there. So he must look at the sun and the sunset, sunrises, rivers, beauty, and something else. You see, but I am looking at a red rag there. You see, the movement of her shoe is the one that is demanding my total attention at this moment. Not the beautiful sun, the nature there, or any such thing there. Whatever is happening there, you must respond, you see, to whatever is happening there, and not, you see, some fancy stuff. I'm not a painter, not an artist, not a musician, and looking for any such thing
You have
there.
now my full attention.
You don't have.
No. You have mine. So, and I don't want an answer, but I think it can be enough to watch somebody who is, in my opinion, further than I am.
No, that's the end of your understanding. I am there sitting with you there. I am not on a higher level. I do not know anything more than you do. Maybe I have more words, more concepts, more ideas, more intelligent, than you are, but basically, no. See, you have to take it, you see. You may say what I'm saying is nonsense. The thought, you see, that I'm different from you never enters my head.
No.
See, when I have the knowledge, you see, naturally, the knowledge tells me that I am different from you. You see that you are a man, that you are not a woman, that you have this color, that color. You see that, you see, I know a lot more words than you do. And I use all the concepts that people use. Why you call something nice, why you call something nasty, why you call this one. So that's what you say. You see, I have to use the language. When I use the language, I have to use your adjectives. But I am not involved in any way. It is nasty. You see, in that framework, the actions of that individual are the actions of a nasty person. But that does not influence my relationship with that individual at all. I don't know if I mean. So, in that sense, the thought that I am different from you never enters my head. So there is no question of my trying to help you. There is no question of my trying to free you. See, the thought that I am a free man never enters my head. I have no way of knowing anything about myself. You seem to know a lot about, you see, yourself. I don't know. I will learn from you if you can teach me what I am.
Because you don't use your intellect.
Yes, that is why I want somebody else to help me.
Bingo.
No, that is why I want somebody else to think things for me. It's too much of a hassle for me to think.
Yeah.
It's not that I don't know.
Yeah, no, I know.
Listen, that's why I'm seeking the help of Murari to record all those things and to help me. See, I have a VCR, I have a camera, I have, you see, every one of those things. I studied science, I studied physics, I know mechanics of everything, but it's too much.
Yes.
If somebody can do the thinking for me,
Yes.
I would be more
Yes,
happy.
that's clear.
That's right.
But so it just doesn't fix in the concept human being to believe that using intellect has no use. It just doesn't fix.
No, it has.
It has use.
It has.
So it's fixed
That's the only thing that...
in the human being as a concept.
No, that's not a concept, it's a reality.
It's the reality, that's what I mean.
So you see, you have to compete in this world. Otherwise you don't have a chance. Survival as a painter,
Okay.
you have to compete, right?
Okay.
No, you see. But if you say anything against competition, anything against ambition, that means you are a chicken.
Yes, okay.
You don't want to fight the battle.
Okay, so we can't
Don't
without...
say that you are more spiritual than somebody else. It's too bad that you don't have the talent to
Yes,
be a
yes,
painter.
but I want to say
Too bad.
I want to tell you this. If it is it just fits in us as human beings to use that intellect.
You are doing it very well.
We can't, yes,
Why not?
listen, we
Yes, go ahead.
we can't without, eh? It's
I'm
just
not saying
in
that you should-
ourselves.
no,
Okay, listen, you don't say we have to without, but
No, I didn't
if
say
it
that.
fixes in human being like us, how do you call yourself? Because you don't use your intellect.
I do use it.
No, you don't.
Yeah, come on.
Not in the no, I mean not in the way we
I
are
do
doing
use it. I do use it only for the purpose of functioning in this world. Otherwise, I would be in the mental hospital.
Yes, okay.
Insane.
But after
Listen, you see, I have to.
you have to learn it again. You didn't even know it was a cow. You know, you have a little bit.
No, I don't call you a cow.
Every year. Did I say that?
I will never call you a cow.
So you have a
I
little.
don't see any difference between you and the cow.
No, listen, so you use a little bit of intellect, a little bit just to function in this world as you are. But we are using it in a normal way because we are human beings. So how you call yourself now? You see,
I'm an animal. You are a human being.
Now, be serious. Be serious now.
I'm very serious.
Now I came with a great effort on this point, so be serious.
I'm very serious.
How do you call yourself? You can't use yourself in
What do you mean? You think I'm dumb, an idiot, village idiot?
You remember that you couldn't.
That was a long time ago.
Yes, but you remember.
Now I know cow is a cow,
He's
dog is a
terrible.
dog. A pig is a pig, dog is a dog. You call it. I don't call a dog a pig and a pig a cow.
Hey, so we can't without an intellect. Let us stay on that point.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Yes.
You use that.
Because it is
Where
just natural.
it
It's
is-
just natural.
No, it is absolutely necessary for you to use that to survive in this world sanely and intelligently. Otherwise, you will end up in the loony bin singing loony tunes and merry melodies. You have to use it, you see, but you are using it for some purpose of solving something else.
Oh yeah, that was the point.
Yes.
Oh yes.
Huh? That's all that I'm
Oh,
pointing
yes.
out.
And you use it just functional.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
And you
I'm
want.
I don't need much. I don't need any concepts, ideas, fancy stuff. I don't need it at all. You see, if you have any talent, you see, if you are a good speaker, if you use that,
Yes.
or if you have a tremendous logic, see, use that logic. See, it is always rationality, logic, and all these things you use to win somebody over to your point of view. Otherwise, logic is useless. If you don't accept that, the whole thing collapses. But in that framework, it is absolutely essential for you.
Yes, but
In that
but-
battlefield,
Yes.
logic is one of your weapons.
Yes.
Rationality is one of your weapons. Your charm is one of the weapons. Your
Yes.
idea is to win the battle.
Yes, but
Yes,
you
I am
said-
telling you,
Yes.
don't talk of the opposites. You will discover that it is not going to be an easy battle for you. If you step on somebody else's toe, that fellow will step on your toes. You see, that's the reality.
Yes.
The terror that if you try to destroy him, he will destroy you. Both of you will go. That's the way the animals function.
Yes.
You see, then there will be no war. You see, in the name of patriotism, in the name of God, in the name of love of your country. You see, it's real. It's real life.
So we need the battle. We need to have proposals. We can't without.
Now it's too late. You see, that is also your belief in God. He is an extension of your survival mechanism. You can't go back to the level of animals. That's finished. You need all those things. By belonging to a group, your survival is better.
Yes.
Assured.
Yes, but again, you said two things.
I'm not-
One, we need all those things to believe in this and that and that. And the other thing is that we have to use our intellect only in a practical way, not with all those proposals. Those are two things.
No, I'm saying only one thing.
And that is?
And that is you have, if you don't have, it's too bad. If you have it, you have to use it.
Without
No, without.
all those proposals.
Everything.
Wishes.
Everything you will use for everything.
Yeah, now you make it
Simple.
yeah.
Now what's the problem? Now let's...
The problem is, we always want what we don't have.
Yeah, natural.
Yes.
Yes. So what's wrong?
We need that battle.
Yes, without that you don't
But
exist.
at the same time, you say you are so stupid
That's what I'm saying.
to use only your
You-
intellect in a practical way.
I
How
can-
can you
I
say
can
that if
say-
we need the battle? How can you say
This,
that?
this is
That-
meaningless as far as you are. What I'm saying is absolute rubbish. That's what I'm saying. You can't take any one of these things and relate to yourself.
Why can't we?
Huh?
Why can't we?
That, you see, starts the business of changing yourself all over again. You see, that's your only interest. You see, you want to relate what I am saying to the way you are functioning. The moment you do that, then there is a demand to change. That's all that I'm saying.
And that is the same problem.
Nothing there needs, huh? Sorry. Yes.
I think I'm not enlightened. I think you are enlightened.
No,
Okay,
forget
but
forget about it. Why
Yeah,
are we
okay, I can't forget about it. But how,
Why are we concerned about it?
how on earth can I distinguish that, to my opinion, to my idea, that you are enlightened and I'm not? How could I recognize it anyway? Or do I just think that I recognize
Your
it?
assumption?
It is
That's
my
the first
assumption.
folly on your
It is
part.
my misunderstanding.
You know, it is your assumption, first assumption, that you see I am an enlightened man. You see, you have put yourself in a very awkward situation already. You see, finished it. You see, that is why you have a problem with me. When I watch television, when I do something, when I kick this old woman, you see, drag her. How can that an enlightenment? You are the one that is putting me. The problem is yours, not mine. See, I am not saying that. You see, you are already fitting me into a behavior pattern. You see, the actions of mine into that framework of an enlightened man. I am not saying that I am an enlightened man. This is the way I am acting. Take it or leave it. That's your problem. So if you come here and assume that I am an enlightened man, it is your problem because you are trying, you see, you accept that assume that there is such a thing as an enlightened man, and this man is an enlightened man. You are finished.
It's more easy for you to say than for us to accept.
Hmm?
It's more easy for you to say.
If not me, you will find somebody else an enlightened man. So you are going to do it anyway.
Because we want.
So that makes it difficult for you to focus, you see, to spotlight, you see, what is really the problem. You see, you tell me this is me, forget about me, enlightened man and all that. Tell me something about you. This is me. This is what I am. You tell me, don't think the who am I and all that kind of thing. Simply because there is an assumption that there is something other than what you know about yourself. Who am I? You pose that question. Some idiot threw that question at you. The assumption that there is some other I there. What is the I you have now? Let alone, you see, the perfect I, the higher I, the spiritual I, God knows what other I they are talking about. You tell me, you must be able to tell me what you are.
I don't think I'm able to do that.
No, you
I know
don't
what I
know it.
feel, I know
You
what I
don't. What do you feel?
Many things.
I am not happy.
I can feel.
I am bored.
miserable,
No, listen, you see, let's be very clear. I am bored. I am not enlightened. I am not intelligent. I am not ambitious. I am bored. I am miserable. I am so many things. See? Where do you see them? In you? How do you see them? What is the way you can see them? That you are bored? Tell me. It's so ridiculous that we have done it all our lives. See, some joker comes along, observe it, see it, be aware of it. Take those bastards in there and throw them there in the canal with something heavy so that even the corpses may not float. Sink forever good. And use some metal which will not rust. I mean, not literally. If it is, you have to throw them out of your system. And not
They can't help it. It's our responsibility that we listen to it and that we want to hear it.
You are not listening. You are not listening to me.
If you say so,
I am saying
I
so.
think I'm listening to you. If
No.
you say so, I believe
You are not listening to
I
me.
tend to believe you.
No, you are not
Okay.
listening to me.
What you are saying, I interpret.
Interpreting.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I put my own vision on it.
That's all. There
And
is
I
no
think-
other. Otherwise, the listening is noise here.
Yeah.
Like a dog barking there. That is it. That is it. You see, the noise there and the noise that I am making, these two are not two different things as far as the listening is concerned. That's all.
I understand that, but I don't
So,
really
is
understand.
it possible for you to listen without interpretation? No. No. So, interpretation is necessary.
What is possible for us?
Huh?
For us?
You are doomed.
Yeah.
Why were you that's an illusion?
I accept it.
Why were you
no, I was doomed like you all.
But I still believe there's a difference between.
No.
It's my idea.
It
I
is
can't
your
help
idea.
it.
Just the way you have an idea of yourself,
Yes.
which is
Also wrong.
Wrong.
How did you know that you were
No, I say. That is why I am saying you are doomed. I realized somewhere along the line there is no way out of this body.
that's
Period, full stop. Full period. You see? So just the way you have an idea of you, first you must have an idea of yourself. Otherwise you can't have the idea of others at all. That idea is itself put in by there, and that is exactly the opposite of what you want to be. And you put it here. You see, this fellow is what I would like to be. See, this enlightened man. So what, you see, that makes it more difficult for you. Yeah, come on.
Who told you?
Nobody told me.
No, I've not had a feeling that I'm doomed. You tell me.
You are doomed?
Did you have Did you have the feeling in earlier days that
Yeah.
you were from yourself?
Yes.
Oh. So we don't feel it now.
Now the doom song. Nobody is coming. No Messiah is coming to save us. That's what you are made to believe there.
Yeah.
Armageddon, after Armageddon, is going to be a paradise on this earth. In the meantime, you and I are gone. Come on, what's the problem?
It's just argwaan, what is that?
Suspicion.
Yes.
Huh? Suspicion. What?
To you.
On her side.
You are suspicious of
Yes.
things. That's a very healthy thing. Very healthy. If you are not suspicious,
I'm doomed and healthy.
healthy. Right. Thank you, sir. Goodbye. Goodbye. Don't come back. It will be the same story. You know.
You come back, so we come back as well.
Nice.
You have to say come back, then we don't. You always say don't come back,
You will come back.
We
If
can
somebody
come back.
says that you are very clever and by telling them you are inviting them, some suspicious friend like yours, so that's not what you mean. You want them to come back, and you say that please don't come back.
Mm.
You see, this is exactly the opposite of what you do. You think so?
Mm-hmm.
Have I ever invited you?
Well, in some way, yes.
Yes.
Mm.
In what way? Come. Yes.
Suppose that we would not come anymore if you came to Amsterdam. Would you not be in any way disappointed or
No,
whatsoever?
Bored. Your city has so many things to offer me.
He and me.
So many interesting things to offer. It's one of my favorite cities.
But still, you keep on being here with us if we come to you.
It's a
You could
civilized
say,
way.
okay, I'm sorry you can sit here, but I'll go out downtown and
You know,
release myself.
we are all brought up. We are all brought up by Victorians. We have picked up a few Victorian manners. There is no harm, you see, in saying hello and saying a few things. Goodbye. But why do you keep coming? That's more interesting than
To satisfy
asking
my intellect, I think. I don't know.
Yes.
I
I'm
want-
not even
I want-
intellectual, you see. I'm not a bright
I want
chap.
you to confirm my idea.
Yes. Confirmation.
Yes.
You want some confirmation from me. True.
Mm-hmm.
No, you find that I'm not confirming there.
Oh, yes,
And
you
yet
are.
That is very
At least
strange.
as far as I can
That
see,
is
you are.
strange. That is strange. That is why I
That
say
is
you
why
are.
I'm coming.
No, that is why you are translating that, you see, in a very comfortable way.
Mm-hmm.
And you see, that is strengthened and fortified.
So you say I'm confirming only myself.
That's all. Anything
But
I
you help me doing so. Perhaps.
What is the part I am playing?
I don't
I'm
know,
making
but I
some
think you
noise
play
here.
a part in it.
Huh? What?
I don't know.
You know, you are telling me.
You give me maybe food to think, to use my intellect, to sharpen it. I don't know.
No? Too much. Can't make head or tail of it. Any sense. Can you make any sense? You are, huh? I don't know.
So it's like you are
UG,
intellect.
I didn't do that. You see, UG is in Amsterdam. This chap is in Amsterdam, and he's available between 3 and 5:30, and again second session 8 o'clock. You see, this is my friend. God save me from my friends.
Yeah.
What do you think about Hinduism of God?
No, listen, you see, that's part of the language. Oh God, if you don't want me to use the word God, I can use gosh. Oh my gosh. That's all. That's part of the language. It doesn't mean anything. You see, oh my God. Jesus, some expressions. Part of the expressions.
Holy cow.
Holy cow.
Can I finish the story now?
Yes. You can. You
That's
can,
not that I'm waiting
you can
for
take
that,
over.
but
You can take over.
I think, yeah, no, I
Take
don't.
over. I mean it. I'm not saying this out of any modesty or humility or anything. You say
No.
whatever you want to say. The floor is yours to put it in a political job.
And that's enough to close my mouth.
No,
Yes.
I mean it. You say.
Well, I think that the intellect we were talking about together,
None of us can claim that.
we were talking about.
No, none of us can claim the intellect.
No, we can't claim that.
You wouldn't be there.
Well,
I would
finding
be.
it. Right. Okay, my English is bad, I know.
If you are intelligent.
Or
you would
intelligence.
come.
Okay, intelligence.
Yes. It's not that I'm insulting you or anything.
It's very difficult.
We don't seem to have that at all.
I try to be serious.
You don't think I'm a serious man? I'm
No,
very...
not at all. I'm not serious too. So I think that you are not serious too. That's true.
What is there to be serious about? He is a serious man sitting. So
No,
serious.
he's not serious too, but perhaps I am not serious. That's
Then shall we go into the subject of serious?
Let's be honest.
Step by step, logically, rationally, sanely, and intelligently. No, thank you. You, are, you haven't said anything. I'm waiting.
She wants to get rid of her story, I think.
What is the story? What is the story? I'm always interested in stories. Any story, it doesn't matter. Tell us the story.
No.
Why not?
Okay.
Don't be shy. Come on. Tell the story. At least there is one who is interested in listening to us. No, I mean it's serious.
Make a joke.
No.
Oh, you're joking.
No, I'm not joking. I'm serious. Very serious man. You don't think so? No. You'll be surprised if you tried any frivolity. Very serious. Huh.
But I think the intellect is the only thing we have.
No, I can't claim. You can claim.
Oh, no, I can't. So I think it's the only thing I have. And it's the only thing you can work with. You can handle it. It's an instrument, like we said, mechanical things and so on. But we also use it for other things. Not always good, I think. In my way, I always put my problems outside me. By comparison, this is better than that, what I have, or something like that. Enlightened man or not enlightened man, and all those kinds of things. I put the problem outside me. So, like I look with my eyes, I look from this to that, and I put a problem there. And the last time I start to, last years, I start to look inside, not to look back, but to that side. And it's very amazing. Sometimes, well, it's an experience, and what's an experience is nothing, but what is behind it is important. No, that's important, because I see how I look, how I hear, you know. For instance, when I hear to music, then I can do it in two ways. One way is that I hear the melody, and then I hear the beginning and the end. So if it's not one note that I hear the whole melody. So you can see the past and the future. But there's another way of listening to music, and that is note by note. And then that's a completely different way of listening and of feeling.
It's 15 after 9.
Nowhere.